Thank you, Mr. President. I will vote green for the agricultural supplement appropriation bill here. It's needed for our farm and rural communities. I see the importance of our economy depends on our rural area, even more during this COVID-19 crisis. But I do have a regret. I do have a regret that with 3 days left, we don't see the value in micro businesses and those mom and pop under the culture mall, especially during COVID-19 health economic crisis. Let me remind everyone that just 2 days ago, this body rejected a small ask that's going to support and help 1,000 mom and pop businesses. When we asked why we don't support, the answer was, we don't have the money. And the House didn't agree with us. And we'll feel sorry. We'll feel sorry that some people will be left out. Well, the fact is, we don't see it as a priority, and that's a fact. We see these cultural mom and pop businesses as them, not us. Another fact is that all of us pay taxes. Minority-owned business are 50,000 in our state, created 270,000 jobs, and dispense 700 billion annual payrolls. My fellow senator, we are in this together. If we choose to ignore supporting one sector, perhaps the weakest link of all, what goes around comes around. As an old saying that chickens always come to roost. The likelihood of one of our major cultural mall closing is high. And all it takes is just 50 of this mom and pop not being able to restart again. That's all it takes, just 50. Although our cultural mall is throughout our state of Minnesota, and there are some in Center Western District and some in Southwest Minnesota too, but the major one are here in the metro. And when they close, it's a big loss to our state. There will be a ripple effect. Not just that we're going to lose collecting property tax or sales tax, but it will impact the utility companies. Utility companies that harvest energy from our windmills and other sources. It will affect the agricultural industry that transport meat and food products here to the metro, where the cultural community go and purchase. And one thing that missed out in the news, we're talking about euthanize pigs. One thing that the news didn't cover is that members of my community actually go and salvage and bought those ports, saved, I think, close to 5,000 pigs, east side alone. And that didn't cover in the news. It just happened under the radar, but I just thought I want to take this opportunity to share. Mr. President and Senator, I prefer that we don't pick winners and losers during this trying time. I have been through a lot in my lifetime, from war that led to genocide, bullying, being bullied, discrimination, lived through hunger, moment of penniless and scarcity, and so forth. Although this COVID-19 health and economic crisis is unprecedented to all of us, I think that if we have a Noah's Ark, that we can save everyone and have food to feed everyone. I think that power that be will keep some of us out, purposely keep some of us out. Even though if we hold the crucial element to save life in the Noah's Ark. So what we, the poor people, and our barrier entrenched mom and pop business, all we have left is hope. And the hope that we have is to hope for our Senate leadership, our House, our governor, to make a difference in the next few days. And do not leave it to special session. And don't anticipate using the excuse that we are now geared up for reopening business, so you don't need help anymore. This is not a game, my fellow senators and leaders. We are in this together. We are in this together, as I am the minority lead member of Ag and Housing Rural Development Committee. And I will vote yes for this agricultural supplement finance bill, as I have voted for a number of agricultural bills with appropriation, because I believe we are in this together, and we are trying to survive through this crisis. And because I see the value of our farm and rural community, and I ask, will you see mine? Thank you, Mr. President.